Good morning, everyone. Today is 21st March 2022. I'm standing in front of this new rose. Pink rose. So this is the rose that has many petals, maybe nearly 60 plus petals, I think, in each rose. It looks very pretty, the flower, but it has no fragrance. But it gives a lot of visual beauty. So I love this rose, and I think it is already 6 years old. For this year it is, and it has grown a lot, and it looks very matured to me. And repeatedly it produces new branches. Once the blooms are done, if I deadhead them, and then they produce again new batches of buds and blooms. So 3-4 times per season they bloom. So very good rose, and I love it. So let me trim it. Before trimming, I thought I will just show you how big it is. So I am going to remove 1/4 of each branch, roughly. This is just in front of my house, near the sidewalk. See, here it is. I trimmed this much. Now next to that is this rose. This is kind of pink ice cream color. Pink, from darker pink to lighter pink. The petals are so mix of light pink, darker pink. It looks very pretty, the blooms. And this is, I think, floribunda variety. Lots of flowers on the top. For example, like that one, 3-4 flowers in each tip of the branch, but here it is like 7, 8 and 10 blooms in each branch, top of the branch, I mean. So very pretty. I love this plant too. So before trimming, see how it is looking. Intentionally I did not trim it in the late fall, because according to my observation, most of the time the winter will damage in any way the top 20% of the branch. So if I trim early winter, then now I know I can easily see the damaged branches, and for me it will be easier to select up to how long I want and trim. That's what I feel, and I prefer to trim it in this month. So now let me trim it. Here it is. I trimmed this much. So this one and this one. Just I want to show you how much branches I removed. See here. These are the branches. Out of those 2 rose bushes only. Then this is a pink landscape rose, shrub rose, you can say, and it is also 6 years old. But the first 3 years it bloomed a lot when I did not have the fans, and for the past 3 years somehow each new branches, they look like they are diseased, and all the leaves, you can see, they are kind of shrunk. And even if I trimmed again and again, still I did not see them coming out properly or blooming beautifully the way they bloomed the first 3 years. So I think on the third year maybe they have 1 or 2 branches. which are diseased, and then they grew repeatedly like that in every next year. So for now I will trim them, but I was thinking to transplant it sometime. I may do that, don't know when. So today I will only trim and remove all of them. And this is just next to the pink one, that one. So when that was the first 3 years blooming beautifully, it was with huge lot of branches, it was coming, even covering some spaces here. At that time this one was not that big, it was a very small rose bush, but it was very big. So I am just showing you, comparing you, that see the first 3 years, this was the most beautiful in this bed, the most beautiful rose. And I used to protect this, putting some deer fence close to it, and like that the first 3 years I tried to protect, to see the beauty of their blooms. And I did not know they will end up within 4 or 5 years like this. And just this is my experience I am sharing with you. This happens, and this turned out so beautifully, which I did not know. I'm very happy with it. So let me trim that. Here it is. I trimmed maximum I can. So there is hardly any fresh branch. Almost 80% of them are dead, but they are entangled in such a way that I could not clean them more than that. So let's see. How it will grow. Otherwise I will remove it completely, because this is my one of my good spot that I can replace some other plant. This much branches I removed from those 3 rose bushes. So now I am standing here next to my, this is very this is a shrub rose with very small red, small size red color bunch of roses in each branch. There are like 50-60 blooms, very pretty rose, and I love this one too. Before trimming, just see how big it is. Here it is after trimming. There are very tiny buds, if you can see, they are ready to grow. So it was important to trim. I trimmed this one too. That after that I showed you there, and then on this side also I have one, which is it was a beautiful grafted rose, but now it blooms the root color, which is red. It looks pretty, but originally I thought it is a pink multi-layered another variety, I forgot the name. But somehow I like the red, the way it blooms, that's why I have not removed. But with time I may transplant it to a different location. But right now, see,